Hello, this is Julia Davis of Finchley Yoga, and I'm here today with Jenni Stone.
Hi.
Hi, Jenni. And we're going to be talking today about restorative yoga because from the end of the Easter holidays, which is the 21st of April, 4:30 till 5:30, Jenni's now going to be running weekly restorative classes via Zoom for the Finchley Yoga community and for anybody who would like to join her. So Jenni, would you like to just tell us a little bit more about restorative yoga and what it might feel like to join you on a Tuesday afternoon?
Hi, thanks for having me, Julia. So yeah, we decided that a weekly class would be really beneficial. Mainly because during this lockdown period, what I'm hearing from a lot of people is there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of stress, frustration, tension, and that can have a real effect on our nervous system. And restorative yoga basically does the complete opposite. So what we find from having a restorative practice is it's really calming on our nervous system and it helps your muscles release. We breathe deeply, and when we've calmed that nervous system, it really helps to clear the mind so that we can be much more calmer in how we interact with people. We can have a bit more clarity around decisions that we want to make. I'm sure everyone's familiar with that slight cabin fever feeling where people are just getting really annoyed with each other all the time because we're not used to spending so much time together. So this is just an opportunity to let go, turn in, breathe, let go of everything and just come out feeling much more like your normal self.
Oh, that sounds really lovely. And absolutely, even if we feel like I've got a handle on this, we might find that at 3 o'clock in the morning, we suddenly don't have a handle on this. And what I certainly find is when there are practices that I can do on a regular basis, then they feed into my nervous system so that when I do, and you know, we all will have those moments of panic or cabin fever or, oh, I can't believe I'm going to be here for however many weeks rather than taking things one day at a time. Our body itself can teach us how to feel calmer and easier. So Jenni, could you talk to us a little bit about maybe first of all what we might want to have with us in our room at the start of a restorative class, and then maybe a couple of the things that we might be experiencing in the class and how that might relax our bodies?
Yeah, so I've been really mindful when thinking about this class about the fact that most people are not going to have, you know, a room full of yoga props. You know, it is something in restorative that we use a lot of props to make sure everyone's really comfortable. So before we started, I just took loads of household items and started playing around with them and working out what postures work and what don't. So in a nutshell, all you need is something comfortable to lie on. It doesn't have to be a yoga mat. If you've got a carpeted floor, that's fine. You could use a beach towel, a blanket. It's nice to have something a little bit cushioned and a little bit warm underneath you. Grab a few cushions off the sofa, a couple of pillows off the bed. If you have 1 or 2 blankets, again, towels are really good substitutes if you don't have blankets. And the last thing, which is optional, but it's one of the things I really like, is to have something in some postures that we like to cover the eyes. It's really calming and just helps people relax a lot more. So classically, we'd use an eye pillow. You could use a little eye mask, you know, like those freebie ones you get from the plane. Or you can use a scarf, just a light scarf. So those are the things that hopefully most people will have at home that can make us comfortable. And so position-wise, what I usually do is start by lying on the back. You have a little pillow under your head. You have a pillow under your knees, so everything's fully supported. And we just feel that contact with the floor. So just plugging into the earth, feeling grounded, feeling present in the now. So the mind's not wandering off forwards, backwards in time, and focusing on the breath. You know, so that's, I find, is a really good place to start, is just come into now and notice what is. Because anxiety is basically imagining a bad future. You know, it is just imagination a lot of the time. It's like, well, what if this happens, and what if that happens, or I'm worried that such and such might happen.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily happening in this second right now, but it's, you know, so that's that mental break that we can have from, you know, we do need to plan ahead and be conscious of things, but it just gives ourselves a little mental break just to really check in with what's happening right now, to let everything calm down. And then when we come back into the world, it's a much calmer way of looking at things, so we can make better decisions and better judgments that don't come from a place of panic.
Yeah. I like the idea of, I mean, sometimes when we do strong physical activity, sometimes you need it to release stress, but sometimes it can feed into that stressful feeling as well. So I think it's like having the balance. So if you're allowed out for your hour of exercise a day, maybe that might be the time to go for a run or do something to really get kind of the endomorphines going. And then maybe on a Tuesday at 4:30, think, actually, this is going to be the time that I'm going to reset my nervous system to take it down a notch, because let's say that 3 o'clock in the morning seems to be my time. I'm ever going to wake up. That means that when we've learned in the daytime how to give ourselves a little bit of equilibrium, it means that when we have those trigger moments, then our body knows how to take itself away from those moments. And I think that's something very much that you're going to be giving to us for an hour a week, Jenny.
Yeah, I really like that, you know, sort of that description as well, because it is, you know, sort of building up a skill. And I think what we often don't recognize in Western culture is that relaxation is a skill. And because it's not valued, because it doesn't look like we're being uber productive and making lots of money for the economy, it's not something necessarily that we're taught how to do. And so the more often we do it, the quicker at 3 in the morning you can get yourself into that state. So if it's something that you do as a regular practice and use, you know, maybe guided relaxations on recording in between, you know, then the body recognizes this sort of familiar pattern. And it's the same as when we exercise. There's muscle memory, and we get more skillful at what sport we might want to do, and we get stronger and fitter at that. That the more we practice the letting go and the deep relaxation and the reset, the quicker the body can do that and recover. So it's really nice to do both of those things. Yes, we definitely need to exercise, and I did go for a really nice big march around the park the other day. But also, it's, you know, we need to sleep every night. That is a restorative practice, but often we don't sleep brilliantly. And so having this really mindful, guided, deep relaxation, it's as restorative for the body as a decent night's sleep. And we all know like how good you can feel when you've had a great night's sleep. So that's my intention for the class, is that at the end of it, you go, oh, feels so much better now. You know, things are calmer, I've got a bit more energy, a bit more awake, a bit more relaxed.
Yeah. And also I was, you know, something that we've now experienced now, a few of us who've been doing these Zoom classes, is a sense of community, of being with other people. And there are certainly things that I've been doing that aren't in real time. So there've been classes that I've been following, or things that I've been choosing to do that aren't in real time. But I have certainly experienced the value of real-time experiences with other people, be it a live yoga nidra, be it actually teaching my own Zoom classes. So if you're choosing, oh, well, shall I follow a restorative video, or shall I do something in person with a real person there with me? I would say you can do both if you choose to. but it is really, really lovely to experience something in real time. And what we're doing here at Finchley Yoga is offering a class that, for those of you who feel financially secure, then you'll be paying for the full value of the class. But if for any reason you feel the need to come along to the class and financially you don't feel that it's something that you can afford to do, then it is absolutely fine for you to contact myself or to contact Jenny and let us know that you would like to join the class, because we want to make sure that everybody who wants to be with us can be with us. And we're very aware of all the amazing things that there are that people are doing out there, and the challenges that people are experiencing, and we want to support the community at large through this class and the other things that we're doing. So Jenny, do you want to remind everyone about when, where and how they can join the class?
Yes, so we will be meeting via Zoom, so there will be a link that you just click on to register. That's all you need to do, and you will, once you've registered, that will give you the link to join the class on the day. And we will be meeting every Tuesday, 4:30 to 5:30 via Zoom for some restorative yoga.
Lovely. And you'll be able to pay via the Finchley Yoga website, and we'll probably be putting a PayPal Me link in there as well. So we very much look forward to seeing you. I'll be there enjoying Jenny's class as well. And we look forward to seeing you. The first class will be on the 21st of April, so that's after the Easter holidays. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, Julia. Look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.